G'day guys, welcome back. We're down at the Sydney Fall Drive and Adventure Show. We're lucky enough to got invited to the content creators section. We're right down the back. Going to be talking to some folk today, some big names in the fall drive industry. I won't tell you who. They will need no introduction, very well known. And yeah, us small folk have been watching them for years. So we're going to go interview a few of them. Some of them are doing some pretty cool stuff. So let's go around and talk some shit. I never thought in my whole days I'd be here with this man talking shit about fall drive. So thank you so much, mate. Down here with the Sidetrack boys. Unlucky for them, they're right next to us at the show and we're actually pinching their FPOS machine all weekend, so thanks for that, fellas.
No dramas, mate.
You time, mate. We don't mind at all.
High tax rate, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, you won't be seeing any profit.
Yeah, these boys have been doing some serious fall driving, but I have one very key question for you. Is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
Well, it's not, but...
It says it in the name.
Yeah, okay. Elaborate.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Like, you've just gone and done Nolan's in a Prado, so I don't know why you're getting rid of it, to be honest.
Well, it's been drowned, but anyway, besides the point.
Sounds like a good buy.
No,
but,
it's not a Land Cruiser.
And what do you reckon, Gus?
It's not a Land Cruiser, but it gets you out there doing what a Land Cruiser should do.
Alright, one tick for not a Land Cruiser.
I actually think that thing's probably been more places than a lot of the Land Cruisers here at the show.
Mate, they're all really
That
shiny,
wouldn't
eh? None of them even touched off the blacktop, I don't reckon. Next question, number one mod for touring, not like full off-roading, but just touring to get people out there.
Ooh. I'd probably say
Dual battery.
Dual bat? Oh, beers. You're thinking beers cold.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, and you can run a cooler.
You can run a manual fridge, the old ice box.
You can.
I don't know.
Is that your speed, mate? The old ice box? Sidetrack is still stuck in the 80s, guys. So
Hey, you don't need the best of everything to get out there.
start calling you Ruthie soon. Oh no, you don't drive a Mahindra, that's right.
Well, it's a tough question. Probably just the vehicle.
Yeah.
I know it's not really a mod, but like you can literally get a factory Prado and go on an adventure. Like you don't need much. I don't know, maybe something to sleep in.
Alright, done.
Swag.
Alright, last question, top destination.
Tasmania.
Specifically? South Pacifically?
The west coast of Tassie.
Yeah.
Just because it's really tough tracks. The scenery, it's a bloody good time, but I advise you all not to go there.
Do you need a winch?
It's highly advised. But no,
That might be a modification you need for touring.
even just like driving through the blacktop in Tassie is it's an absolute stunning place. But
super friendly.
It needs to be looked after though. Unlike a lot of places in Australia, get trashed. So yeah,
Too easy.
take care of our country.
Thanks for having us.
Nice.
Thanks to the FPOS machine, boys.
Pleasure.
Let's keep moving. Literally he's buttering bread with butter. So what are you making here, mate?
Just some bacon, eggs, sangers, mate.
Really?
Simple, yeah.
Seems a bit too simple for you, but
Yeah, it is. It is. It's not exactly the most gourmet thing or sophisticated thing I've ever made, but it'll taste good.
mate, we had a few beers last night, we're not going to lie, so this is probably going to go down a treat. And I'm hoping one of these is for me and Sarah. So
Yeah, it is.
3 questions.
Alright, hit me.
First one, I already think I know the answer to. Is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
No. No, it is not.
Elaborate.
Land Cruisers are Land Cruisers. They should be they're the cream of the crop. They've got the biggest engine capacity, they've got the biggest towing capacity. That is what a Land Cruiser stands for in the Toyota lineup, and I think a Prado is a RAV5.
Inferior.
It's the Kluger Plus.
What about a Delica? Is that a real off-road machine?
Yes, 100%. The Deli is an off-road weapon, and I'm 100% on board with those things being used as a proper off-road weapon.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see Harry, he's been on the Cape with the Delica. That was a hectic trip.
It was.
He's done all the mods himself, pretty much bought a bog stock vehicle and he's done the Cape. So it just shows you don't need the best and the greatest stuff to get out there and have a bit of fun.
Yeah, proper van lifer.
Van life. Hashtag van life.
Hashtag van life. I need like a dream catcher and some like hemp pants or something.
Number one mod, like one mod that you would choose to go touring?
Tyres.
Tyres.
All day, every day.
Pick of the bunch.
Toyotas.
Toyotas?
Yeah. If you've got a monocoque, you've got to go all-terrains. If you've got a ladder chassis and you're doing proper like hard touring, go muddies. But I think for like caravanning and stuff like that, yeah, a good set of all-terrains.
Yeah.
Really good.
Number one destination in a whole Australia. Where would you recommend the most?
That's interesting. I always say the Kimberley because there's so much to see. But the Kimberley is like 1,500 k's long, right?
Yeah.
Like it's huge. Having done the Cape, it's actually right up there.
Yeah? You were pretty skeptical of the Cape,
I was super skeptical. It's right up there, but it's a bit more crowded than I like. So I'm still going to say the Kimberley just because of the crowds. If you remove the crowds, geez, the Cape's pretty, because it's that rainforest that we don't get. And it was really cool for me. Like it's something completely different. So yeah.
Well, there you go.
Kimberley.
Delicate Cape. Go to Harry's channel if you want to watch a van struggle to get up some tracks. Yeah, go watch Harry's channel.
Killed it.
And when are they ready?
About 5 minutes.
All right, we'll be back. We're down here with Bo from Outback Cleanups. Kimmy doesn't want to be on camera, she's a bit shy, so we're here with Bo. I've got 3 questions for you, mate. They are quite troubling, and I've had some mixed answers so far. Is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
No.
Well, it's not.
Or fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Let's kick it off. Is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
Nah.
We've had 3 no's.
Oh, in my opinion, Land Cruiser's got a solid front axle.
Number 1 mod that you would do for touring?
Stereo. Good music.
And what comes on your radio, mate? Pussycat Dolls?
Nah, to me, I like a bit of everything. I love a bit of Hilltop Hoods, love a bit of old school Akadaka.
Oh, there you go.
A bit of indie.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
anything and everything, mate.
And if you guys don't know these guys, they actually travel around Australia picking up a bit of rubbish that everyone else leaves. So they've got a great cause.
That's right.
We'll show you the map in a minute. They've been literally everywhere. So last question is, where would you recommend for people to tour to in Australia? You can pick anywhere for whatever reason.
Depends what you're into, really. I don't know, we obviously focus on beach, bush, marine is what we do. I love the Outback, so West McDonald Ranges, East McDonald Ranges, that's pretty incredible in the summer with the waterholes, but we also love the coastal, so Pilbara. I don't know, one place, go Central Oz, get some Red Dead up your nose.
There we go. There it is. I knew it was coming sometime. Obviously, you guys have a not-for-profit organisation.
Correct, yeah.
How can people help you guys? And what is your thing? What do you guys do?
So basically, Outback Cleanups Australia is Australia's only remote cleanup charity, founded in January 2019 to focus on rubbish combat removal, basically preserving tracks, preserving beaches so that we can all continue to use them in the future. People want to support us, we've got the usual Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as well as a Patreon that people can get on board, and yeah, full online store with all our sacks and merchandise, which is all sustainable hemp clothing and recycled shade sail sacks. As well as the best thing to do if you really want to help, just pick some rubbish up. Just pick some rubbish up.
Pretty simple,
hard.
folks. Leave your campsites better than what you found it. Bo and Kimmy talk a lot about micro rubbish, so the stuff you can't see that probably does arguably the most damage to sea life and wildlife. So yeah, we'll drop a link down in the description.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, click on it and you can help these guys keep doing what they do, and hopefully one day they won't have to do it. That's the goal.
That's the goal, yeah. One day rock up on a beach and be able to have a beer and there'd be no rubbish.
Yeah.
But, probably won't happen in my lifetime, unfortunately.
Too easy. Thanks,
Cheers,
mate.
Keelan.
So next victim on the list, obviously need no introduction. We actually watched these guys before we set off on our lap, so these guys actually inspired us to do what we do. So we look at you guys like the OGs. Yeah, so it's really sick.
Full circle, eh?
Yeah, is this
Now you're interviewing us.
This is announced?
Yeah, this is mate, go for it.
So very exciting for these guys. They've just purchased a brand new Troopy, and if anyone knows, ordering any 70 series at the moment, there's insane wait time. So
yeah, we're lucky we ordered what we did.
Yeah,
15 months wait.
That's too long for us. But anyway, we've got 3 questions for you. They're pretty troubling. The first one especially, is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
Absolutely.
Hey, we got a tick. Everyone said no, so that's alright.
Yeah, but if you got a 76 series, that is literally the same body as the older Prados.
Yeah.
Like the older Prados look awesome.
Yeah.
And no, the new ones are a really capable car.
And we actually
I love them.
Yeah, we did consider buying a Prado for our new car, but for us, being able to get inside the vehicle and not have a wagon benefited us. That's why we went the Troopy, but we didn't go down the Prado route.
We thought about it.
Well, that's good to know, because everyone said no so far. We don't really care, but it winds a few of you guys up. So, so the next question directly relates to you guys. Number 1 mod for people just wanting to get out there. They got a stock vehicle. The one thing you would recommend them doing before they tour around Australia?
Good tyres.
Yeah, I'd say good set of tyres.
Yeah.
Good set of tyres, just to keep you out of trouble, just improve your performance off-road, and also just your ability to, you know, actually go to the tough places, not get flats, which is a big thing.
And what's your pick of the bunch? What do you guys recommend?
Look, there's heaps of pretty good brands out there. I wouldn't go really cheap stuff, but you know, anything in mid to high range. We're running Falcons at the moment. Love the Falcons, but I mean, look, BFG, Yokohama.
Not sponsored.
BFG, Yokohama, Coopers, Mickeys,
Yeah.
Maxxis. They're all pretty good brands.
Yeah.
But yeah, really happy with Falcons. Do recommend.
Falcon. I think I'm saying it right, or Falcon?
Falcon.
We say Falcon, you can say Falcon, whatever.
Falcon's when a footy hits you in the head. Anyway.
right in the eye.
Last one, you guys would know the best probably this, because these guys have pretty much done a full lap of Australia, as you guys would all know. Where is the best destination in Australia to tour to? Like, you pick one, whatever reason you want.
I think we know. We're going to say so. Flinders Ranges.
Yeah.
Boom.
We just keep going back there. We've been back every year since we've been.
Yeah.
And
so 4 years running now so far.
We just went recently with some mates, and we sort of showed them around, and yeah, I was like, I like this place.
Can't beat
it's
it.
amazing. You just can't beat it. There's some really good food, wine,
Even
close
forward
by.
driving.
Yeah.
Some forward driving, and
Yeah.
just the colours are
Yeah.
spectacular.
And
Free camping too.
if you guys aren't aware, Flinders is out the back of South Australia. We haven't actually been there yet,
You'll
but
have to go.
yeah, these guys are pumping us up for it.
So
Yeah.
good.
Put on your to-do list.
Yeah, but don't go in summer, am I right? Because it's too hot to do the hike.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, way too hot. Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
gotta leave it
Yeah.
for a non-summer time. Hopefully we do Tassie in the summer. Thanks heaps guys for having us.
worries.
No worries, mate. Good
Yeah, it's
finding
been a
you
sick
guys.
show,
Yeah,
and it's so cool to rub shoulders with the people that inspired us to hit the road.
Oh,
So,
yeah, no, it's good.
yeah,
It is
sweet.
cool, mate, everyone.
Alright, let's move on. Next victim.
Bronte, we've been called a big shark in the pool. Predator amongst us. I've got to get it out.
Alright guys, so with Harry's here, he doesn't need any introduction. Everyone knows who he is. I've got 3 questions for you, mate.
Let's go.
Alright, is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
Well, you know, yes it is, and I'll tell you why. Because a Prado can be driven in the eastern suburbs of Bondi. And what I like about the Prado, you can go into Westfield.
You need to lift that pinky while you're drinking that coffee, mate. A bit suave, Harry is.
The Land Cruiser, well, I mean, who doesn't want to be a hybrid in the modern day? We've been through COVID, you've got to be multitask and multi-skill.
I never thought I'd get an answer like that out of you, eh? Heard it here first, folks. If you want to get out in the Outback, what would you recommend them doing to their car?
A dream vision to do to your car would be go like 3-inch lift on it, definitely. Lockers on both ends.
Oh,
of
here we
course.
go, yes.
God, now we're talking French, 35-inch tyres.
Oh, boom.
Oh my God.
I didn't know all these words would come out of his mouth, to be honest.
And you need recovery gear for your car.
Who would you go with? Max Tracks?
Max Tracks 100%.
Oh, there we go. Big plug, Max
And
Tracks.
then also, everyone needs a Prince of Bring 'em Back to Life for resus out there and safety, survival,
Yeah, there
first
we go.
aid.
You've done a fair bit of that in your time, haven't you, mate? Alright, one destination you could recommend to anyone in Australia, for whatever reason, apart from Bondi, obviously.
Yeah, one okay, I'd have to say down Mollymook down at Ulladulla down the south coast.
Mollymook. I can't
Yeah.
even say that properly.
So it was heavily affected by the bushfires down there, but there's great tracks, there's great surf breaks, you know, and it's not that far away from, like, for me being in a city. So yeah, that's definitely the place.
Thanks heaps, mate. Really
Pleasure.
appreciate it. I never thought in my whole days I'd be here with this man talking shit about four-wheel drive. So thank you so much, mate.
Love ya.
I'm
My feet out of it.
Alright, this bloke needs no introduction. I'm sure you guys know who it is. The Dalla Ronda. I'd ask you 3 questions. One's quite controversial. We've had mixed response today. So, is a
Controversial?
Yeah, I know. You'll know why. Is a Prado a Land Cruiser?
It says it on the badge.
Yep.
I'll say yes it is because of the history from the Prado. So the Prado used to be a 76 series, right?
Yep.
And then they took it out and made it more shopping trolley wise. So it could compete with the other shopping trolley.
Yeah. Good for Coles car parks. I'd
And
almost.
Woolies,
Yeah,
Audi,
true.
Audi, different.
This is going to piss people off, but the MUX is probably good for Audi, I'd say, and the Prado I'd take to Coles for sure.
And Red Dot.
And Red Dot, true.
Dot, yeah.
True, you can get some bargains there, right? If you were brand new to full driving, what would be your #1 mod for a stock vehicle?
Tyres.
Tyres?
Yeah, just tyres, that's it.
Plug your tyres, what would you choose?
I'll choose a good all-terrain.
Maxus?
Yeah, I'll probably go Max's, yeah.
Okay.
The AT811s is the latest all-terrain I've used, so
Yeah.
I'll pick those. I had them on the Hilux, then they went on the Prado, Project Prado, which is not my car. Everyone thinks it's my car, it's not.
The last question is, this is highly applicable to Ronnie too. He's done all of Australia, so if you could choose one destination for whatever reason it may be, what would it be?
Tasmania, because I haven't done it yet.
No, you've got to pick a spot that you could recommend that you know is good.
Oh, right.
It's breaking the rules.
I don't really want to, because then everyone will go there.
Nah, give us your spot. It doesn't have to be in WA. You can keep them a secret.
Okay. Look, I'll just say to Pilbara.
I'd say the Pilbara.
Pilbara. Why?
Because it's huge. It used to be the biggest show in the world. I don't know why it isn't anymore.
Yeah.
It's huge, and depending on what time of the year you go, it completely changes.
For anyone that doesn't know the Pilbara, it's in WA's northwest region. Ronnie spent a fair bit of time up there all driving, many of which he almost got flooded too. So I'm sure you've got, I'm sure he's got a bit of a love-hate relationship with that joint. So
At the time, it's not ideal, but afterwards, it's a good story.
It's good to look back on.
Yeah, it is.
Sweet. And Ronnie's got a troopie. It's a gang of troopies that are travelling around Australia at the moment. What would be your number one troopie mod, do you reckon?
I reckon the one I haven't got yet.
Which is? Spoil it, come on. I already know, but...
Possibly cutting the roof, or the bits I want to cut into the side.
Alright, there you go. Ronnie's got a channel, I'm sure everyone knows of it. Go watch his troopie build, it's pretty sick. It's definitely a car that I want in the future. I think it's probably the most versatile tourer in the whole of Australia. So, thanks for having the time, mate.
No worries,
appreciate
mate.
it.
Well, when you get out of that shopping trolley, or when you get out of the shopping mall, maybe you can go get a troopie.
Yeah, well there you go. I can be a real man. See ya!
Affected? So look at that. Look at his wrist.
Harry, your Prado couldn't do that. Oh, true, yeah, true. What do you call this shit, Ronnie? Sunshine and rainbows? Oh, he's got a microphone, I'm running.
Well, that is a wrap to the Sydney Four-Wheel Drive and Adventure Show. We had an absolute blast. A massive thank you to everyone who came down and had a chat and met us on the weekend. It was so nice to put faces to names and meet you all and have a chat about your travels and your adventures. So yeah, from the bottom of our heart, we want to say a massive thank you. If you came down and saw us, you know where we're off to next, but if you didn't come down, stay tuned because we've got some very exciting things coming up.